Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to launch Site Alpha. If you didn't know, Site Alpha is a nuclear silo. You get to launch after completing the Enclave and becoming general. Now, just for early purposes, this guide is going to be only showing Master Infiltrator. So first thing you're going to want to do, if you're a stealthy guy like me, hack your way into this computer. Not actually necessary, but we're just going to turn off the turrets. Deactivate the turrets. Perfect. All right, let's go kill some robots. All right, so in here you can usually find a blue keycard. Perfect. We are going to go into the biometric scanner to fabricate our ID. That will allow us through the first laser grid.
Security incident in the residential sector.
Every time we do this, they never send more robots when they say that. Supposed to just be like a robot factory, but not actually, huh? Anyways, let's go fabricate our ID. We're just gonna go swipe it in this ID eraser. Go into the terminal. And fabricate biometric ID. That easy. Oh, hello. Go over here, you're gonna swipe the ID card. And you'll be allowed through here. Now at this point, I would recommend you have power armor. And now since I'm a ghoul, you do not need to worry about power armor or any radiation damage. And we're just gonna run all the way to the end and go to the right side. Alright. I'm just gonna leave that alone. Let's go stealth mode. And disperse some stuff. And just keep to the left here. Usually if you didn't have Master Infiltrator, you would have to go repair the systems. You see how that's cracked. It's kind of like that that electrical plant thing. Now, since I don't have this perfect, hopefully that doesn't kill me. Which way? There we go. Going out. Perfect. And there's a guy there, and one right there. All right. Go through the command terminal. They're a little experimenting here. Of course not. One of these days I will max this out. I'm not really that high of a level. And open the bulk doors with this confirm. They really sound concerned here. And we should have a turret at the end here. You can ignore it. Come through here. This is where you're gonna want to have an explosive gun. Now I brought along an explosive quad fixer. You can bring along whatever you want, but you're gonna want to destroy all the mainframe cores. I'm sure you're familiar with this if you've done any kind of Nuke stuff on Fallout 4. That's just to be able to go through this. These are good. All right, we're gonna have a turret on the right, and a few robots in here, and a bunch of mainframes that you gotta destroy. I don't know about you guys, but I am very satisfied when I come in here and do this. Gives me great satisfaction seeing all those damage numbers pop up, and it's awesome. Okay. That's where it gets a little bit more tricky. Got a lot more enemies in here, a lot more cores. A lot more stuff to shoot at you, some assault rounds. Gonna want to keep it low up. Usually I wouldn't be using this gun for enemies of this caliber, but let's change that. Okay, now that we have that taken care of, we will put on our quad explosive again. Go ahead and destroy more mainframes. You're gonna want to get, you don't have to get all of them, but you have to get the majority, right? I'm just kind of going in a circle here so you guys can follow along. Oh yeah, they're everywhere. See, you don't have to destroy all of them. There's... Okay. There's just another one over there too that you can do. I am crippled. Hello. And that is the end of your adventures with that gun. Usually an assault run down here. Not sure where it is. Now do keep in mind, when you're launching these nukes, there is this thing called... what is it called here? It's in hollows. Yes, missile cell hollow. You load it in, you check and see what's available. Site alpha open. I didn't check it until now. I kind of just assumed when I hopped on the server. Don't ever do that because you're gonna just waste so much of your time, and nobody likes to do that, right? Okay. And so the premise of this row is we're gonna repair the mainframe. And if you're like me and don't want to go around and collect everyone because there is mainframe cores, repaired ones, just laying around, you don't actually have to do that. You can just pull them out of the computer here.
Unscheduled maintenance activity in the storage area. Requesting security.
Could be about 15 of them. You should get 15 in total.
Security incident in the storage area.
Yeah, looks all good. Anyway, so we're just gonna go ahead and sneak on over here. Sounds like we got some enemy robots around here. Perfect. Do a little looting. Everybody loves some loot. And just a couple gusties hanging around, you know. Usually there's always power armor down here. Always. I'm not going to bother with it, but we are going to go ahead and craft the mainframe cores. You don't have the circuitry or anything of that nature. There are ways around this. Like I said, you can go... Sorry, you can go collect them and do it that way, but I'm just really not into that nonsense. Like, there's a mainframe core right there. They're just scattered around. You have to look for them, and it's just not efficient. Not efficient. And this would be the fastest method if the server wants to catch up here. Hello? Alright, so the server's still alive. Weird.
Additional security required.
Okay, okay, now they're popping in. Okay, here we go. So we got those two left here. Perfect. Let's just hop on this fancy computer here. Hit continue. And we are going to open the main security door. Now again, this is the absolute fastest. Like there's another mainframe core there. You'd have to go around and find 15 of them. That's still. Let's go to the right here. I lied. We're going to the left. And let's go up the stairs. Yeah, and I'm going to sneak for comical points, but you don't have to. So this is the command central room. It's going to have a ton of turrets, ton of robots that you have to kill. I'm not using anything special to kill him here with, so it's all good there. But you will want to kill all of them, or the majority of them, at least the turrets. You'll eventually catch up on the other ones, if I'm being completely honest. Perfect. Apparently I don't need to shoot these 100 times. But you I do. Goodbye. A busy area. You know, I've heard that these silos are identical to every other silo, which they have been so far. However, Silo Bravo, the only one that I've done, always has less robots, I swear. Alright, we're gonna initiate the launch prep. This is where it gets tricky. You gotta make sure all the robots survive, or else it gets a lot slower. I like to just hang out right here. You got a good view of everywhere. There will be invisible assaultrons that come up and all this other fun jazz that you're gonna have to kill. That's why I wanted to take out. Oh, that's not good. What are you shooting at? So what's gonna happen is this chief commander up here, he spawned. There's gonna be 5 more of them, I believe. And you'll just be able to pop them off like that as you go along. Now there's a site. You don't have to go around and grab the Bravo comms from the Civil War soldiers around the map. That's just redundant. What you can actually do is go, there's a website for all of the codes they change each week that I will post in the description of the video for you. That way you will be able to go ahead and just pop it in there and you'll be good for the week. You don't have to pop it in every time, but just once a week. A lot of people like to go nuke, launch 3 nukes on the server and color there. I am okay with doing that. It just takes a minute, you know? I think they're in here. What is it shooting at? Like, I just don't understand. ESP. That's what it is. They have ESP. There's another one. A little broken. They look like broken EN06 Guardian robots, like from the raid. That's what that one looks like.
Additional security.
And he's sitting up there with the auto axe, and you're just giving it to her.
Launch prep at 25%.
25%, not bad. Once we get those next two guys, there's an Assaultron. You.
Talking officer active. Chief guidance officer active.
Yeah, watch out for those guys. They will fully kill your workers, and that is a no bueno situation. Because then you have to go to a console, resurrect them, and your launch prep gets slowed or stopped, and it's just so unnecessary. This is such an easy part if you just paying attention.
Assembling reinforcements.
This light is new though. This area is usually not this well lit, I feel like. It's very out of place.
Launch prep at 50%.
50%? 50% of the way there. Alright, you've really got to watch out for the Assaultrons. They like to sneak up without... like he's just got ESP going on. That's fine, whatever.
Control room.
So does that guy. Nobody else should be coming out. We have all the robots out. So don't worry about any other
Launch prep at 75%.
excessive shooting that's going on. They just glitched out on walls being idiots. I don't think my group knows that I'm launching a nuke, but we are going to do that. I'm just in some random group. I don't think we'll see any more enemies until we hit 100, and then they all just
Launch prep
shut down.
all systems nominal.
Perfect.
Standing by for final authorization.
All right. So the launch.
Access denied. Please insert key card accepted.
Let's go with the key card. Go with the keypad. I guess you should be patient. So for alpha, it's 1, 2, 9, 1, 4, 9, 3, 9.
Access granted.
And we're gonna go ahead and do. Unfortunately, I think we're gonna nuke somebody's camp because I want to go here. Yeah, we're not gonna nuke his camp, but close to it. Yeah, let's let my guys know we have a nuke on the way.
Attention. Attention. Launch sequence activated.
I love that sound.
In 3 seconds. All personnel should exit the launch tube.
Yeah, such a good sound. Nuking. So, the area that I nuked, down over here, it's gonna spawn like a robot event.
Launch tube sealing.
It's not actually gonna pop up as a regular nuke. It's gonna pop up just as an event. You'll have to join, which is completely fine. Where did I build? it's going to be to do with robots. So if you got troubleshooter's armor, great. If you don't, well, kind of whatever. Highly recommend using the auto axe here for this specific one. You know, whatever, who cares? It doesn't really matter, you know? I'm just gonna see what power armors I got in here. I don't need unyielding. I guess it's just a TS Falcon. Cool. So this is just a nice little basic tour of my house, I guess, while we wait for the event to pop up. If you didn't know, by the way, you can still do the EN06 Guardian 100% with the auto axe. Gotta get a Company T machine. Everybody needs one. Company T is awesome. So is the acid tree, actually, or the adhesive tree. My bad. And these Mirrorlurk steamers, they're really good for allowing you to breathe underwater and give you extra carry weight. Thought I had a Mothman totem in here. I guess not. I guess it doesn't matter. Well, I guess we go and hang out in this tire swing for now. Oh, one cool thing that I found out is that there are hot tubs in Fallout 76. There we are. Okay, well, we'll go with the hot tub. We are going to the event. Neurological warfare is what it is called. It's actually my favorite one. Scorch Beast is great for farming flora and like rare stuff and getting prime plans and all that sort of stuff. I just thought since I was making a Nuke guide, why not do one that I enjoy doing? It's unpopular, I guess, but you know, it's just how it is. Yeah. Let's put on the alien outfit really quick here. We are going to be Nuke. Oh wow, look how big this head is. Oh, what is going on with that? A lot of newer levels here. I'm assuming everybody's a ghoul these days because look at all the high health builds in here. You know, and usually you just see a bunch of bloody unyielding type builds, kind of like that 467 guy right there. I'm not gonna repeat his awesome name. We all know what it is. He's in a daily op missing this actually. It's kind of unfortunate that he's missing the event. You know, I always like going to nukes. They're fun. They give you a lot of loot. You get treasury notes. Everybody loves treasury notes. Buy Secret Service armor with that. Company T machines. And yeah, let's get the robot going. You're totally right on that. Oh, I was hoping people would be doing the launch boxes. That's nice. All right, let's get some Vulcan out. Good thing I had a power core. Oh. Oh, this is one bright light, hey? Oh, yeah. Sun. All right. Let's go. I don't know if you guys know this. Also, if you end up popping, more than 4 lunch boxes, it totally negates the entire thing. So don't be doing that. Actually, I'm not 100% sure if Power Arm is a good play for me since I'm a Ghoul. We'll see. I'm assuming because it's troubleshooters, but because rads are so terrible to get up in power armor with toxic goo, it might take, 30 to 40 to do it again. Place that, right? Okay, don't mind the angle. We'll third person. Alright, we got one. Get a different angle this time, you guys. I almost feel like I'm taking 0 damage. And I'm also doing 0 damage because I'm on a commander build and I have no auto experts. I'm just realizing that is great. I'm still probably doing more damage than I would be doing with a gun. But that's why my auto axe is breaking. How about we just switch to the actual gun? Alright, that's second one down, third one down. Perfect. Well, that is how you launch a nuke. Yeah, I enjoy that. I enjoy launching nukes. They're really fun. Legendary model. You get some flux from it, which is really nice. Treasury notes. Flux is kind of a pain to get, but it is all good. And I got a level. I love that. Love to see it. Get those new Ghoul perks. It really helps. I think there was an event going on. There's a tunnel of love. Anyways, you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will catch you out later. Saucy out.